Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. Hopefully you guys can hear me with this video. This is I'm on my laptop real quick. I am. All right. So, all right, guys. Sorry about that. Um, I'm on my laptop. I haven't done this in a while, mainly because the audio and all that stuff. So hopefully it's good. Because every time I made a video here on my laptop, the audio is low as hell. Low. So hopefully it's not that low. All right. Hold on for a minute. All right. So I want to talk about one of my dreams that I had. I talked to this to one of my brothers real quick. Hold on. Hello, YouTube fans. All right. Sorry about that. I'm back. Just have to. Have you seen that? You saw that, right? um. So I had a dream about Bobby Hemmett. There was more to the dream, obviously, but I want to talk the Bobby Hemmett part mainly because I do not want to talk about the other stuff that was in my dream. Mainly because if I do talk about it, I'll be here all day. But I just want to talk about the Bobby Hemmett part because I had a dream about him and shit. And I was just like, yo, bro, I had to tell my friend. I was like, I had a dream about Bobby Hemmett and shit. So what happened was, I went to this area, right? And apparently there was a whole bunch of brothers and sisters there, right? And they were, what is it? It was like a big giant living room, basically. Like once you went inside, it looked like a convention. You know, it looked like a convention. There was some, I think there was a few orcs there. I don't know, but because it was a convention, 'cause there was some wrestlers there and stuff like that. So I noticed a wrestler that was there. It wasn't a brother, but I noticed that there was a wrestler there in my dream and shit like that. So I was like, oh hey, and all that shit. So I walked away, and then there was like an area, a room, and then when you walked in there, it was like this big living room where brothers and sisters were just like sitting down and looking at books, basically looking at DVDs and stuff like that with our faces in it. Not literally our faces in it, but like how movies are out here, that you buy in the store and all that stuff. Not movies in the astro realm. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about, hey, I found a book that has a picture of me. No, 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 not that. Oh, here's a movie about me. No, no, it's not that. So and then all of a sudden, I hear Bobby Hemmett. And I'm over here like, oh, okay, these brothers and sisters are just hearing a lecture about Bobby Hemmett. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And then all out of a sudden, I look and I see Bobby Hemmett giving his lectures like he did. And I'm only here like, when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, cool. So hold on for a minute. All right. So, oh, by the way, my Texas Chainsaw Massacre shirt. I love when they scream. All right, moving on. Um, so yeah, I was seeing Bobby Hemmett doing a lecture and stuff like that, and I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh, So and I took off my sweater and I had a T-shirt on me that had a skull on it, which was funny because I saw every brother and sister that was in that area had different types of skull T-shirts, and I think Bobby Hemmett had one. I could be wrong. I think he was just wearing a suit or just regular clothes. Um, I wasn't paying attention to what he was wearing. I was paying attention to what the brothers and sisters were wearing because I was just looking around like everyone's wearing different types of skull T-shirts and stuff like that. Huh? It's kind of funny. Um, and all of a sudden, Bobby takes a break for a minute, and everyone's just like doing their own stuff and everything like that, chilling, talking, talk about the books that they're reading, and then talk about the movies that they're seeing and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, me and Bobby just had a casual conversation. Like it wasn't like long or anything like that. It wasn't like I sit there for like minutes at a time to talk to him and shit like that. No, what it was is that I took off my shirt, not sure. I took off my sweater and I had the skull T-shirt on it, and he was there. And when he saw my T-shirt, or when he saw me actually, he was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey, Bobby," and stuff like that. And what was it? Then what was it? I had for some freaking reason in my dream, I pulled out a T-shirt out of my sweater because I had it right here, and I grabbed it outside of my sweatshirt pocket of where the sleeves are at. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't say that. So I pulled one T-shirt out, and it was literally, what is it, Stone Cold Steve Austin with the skull behind him and stuff like that. And I think it was going like this. And when I showed that to Bobby, I'm over here looking at it. I'm like, what the hell? And Bobby started laughing. He's like, huh, you could have wrote that too, because it's the picture where it has he's going like this, and it's like the two serpents coming out. Basically, I remember that T-shirt, but I don't know if there's a skull in the back of it. I know that's an old wrestling T-shirt, but I don't think there's a skull in the back of that. I could be gone. I could be gone. I could look it up, but then it would just shut off here. Actually, let me look it up here real quick. Hold on, guys. Let me get my phone. Okay, I found it. It was this. Excuse my phone. It is cracked, but it looked like that, but it had a skull on the back of it and stuff like that. So, and I was just I don't know. I didn't know how I got that T-shirt. It just came out of nowhere, and I was just like, and then that was it. Again, like I said, it was just casual, like just a few minutes of talking, and that was it. You know, um, but I was surprised that I saw Bobby in my dream and stuff like that. Um, and then I was gonna end it that like that, but let me go a little bit further with the dream. Um, in the dream that I had, some guy, um, I believe it was a brother, from what I can remember, because it happened a few days ago. But most likely, yes, it was. Some guy was just like, "Oh, you need to leave," you know. And there were sisters there. They didn't say anything, obviously, but I mean, I was just alone talking to the guy, and then the guy was just told me like, "Hey, you got to leave," you know. So I left, and I felt kind of disappointed, to be quite honest with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I felt disappointed and shit. And then all of a sudden, the same guy that kicked me out starts faking having a heart attack. And then the sisters that I mentioned saw that, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's having a heart attack." And I'm over here like, like holding the guy. I'm like, "Oh, it's okay." It's like, "Don't worry, man. Like, just tell him, don't worry, brother," and shit like that. And then all of a sudden, like I said, he faked it. He looked at me, and he just shook his head and shit like that, and he just walked away. And the sisters looked at him like, "What a piece of shit." And I was just like, "Yeah, he is a piece of shit." And then I walked away, kept walking outside of the. I walked away because I was already outside of the building at that point. It literally felt like when I got out of it, it felt like an old school movie theater for some reason. When I think about it, and then on the side was like brick walls and shit like that, like you see in a old like in a ghetto neighborhood and stuff like that. So it was kind of weird how that was. So I left, and I was just like kind of like, you know what? Like screw. I was just like saying in my head, I'm like, wow, I kind of feel bad for leaving because this guy just kicked me out for no reason. No one else didn't say anything, but just that one guy did, right? So I left, right? And then in my head, I faintly just hear the voice of like Bobby being like, "Where's this kid? Where is he?" Like literally, I was literally walking out, and in my head, it just came to me, like literally when I was walking out in the dream, came to me, and I'm over here like Bobby's going to be like, where is this kid? Seriously, because that came to me, and then when it came to me, I had an inkling in my ear, just hearing his voice, literally saying, "Where was this kid at? Where'd he go? He was just here. Now he's gone." You know. Um, and I just kept going. I didn't went back or anything like that. I just kept walking away. I just kept walking away. There is more to it in the dream, but that cuts the Bobby Hemmett stuff. To be quite honest with you, because I had different versions of dreams and shit like that. Um, there was one dream. I mentioned that the other dream that I just got after with the Bobby Hemmett one. There was one dream when I was hanging out with some two guys, and it was late at night, and it was literally looked like New York City. It was and it was bright, but not bright as like you see in New York, which is kind of funny. Like it was bright and beautiful, but it wasn't too much light pollution. So I'm on like top of like a tower and stuff like that, like almost like a clock tower, like you see in Uncle Ben's tower, right? Is that what it's called? Uncle Ben? No, bro. Is that what it's called in Paris? Is that what it's called? I haven't played 102 Dalmatians in a while, so ever since I was a kid. But what is it? So yeah, yeah, I was on top of that clock tower. It was late at night, and some brother was just flying around doing their moves and stuff like that, like showing their energies and stuff like that. No one wasn't panicking. Nothing wasn't really happening. It was just the person was practicing it in the air and stuff like that, right? And all of a sudden, when I literally specked out, I'm like, oh, it's what was it? It's Peter Jackson, you know? What is it? No, what is it? Not Peter Jackson. It's what is it? Damn it, what the hell, man? I'm forgetting. I always forgetting these names, man. Seriously, seriously. Percy Jackson. There we go. I'm like, oh, it's Percy Jackson, you know, like the movie, but Percy Jackson literally almost looked like a brother and shit like that. I'm over here like, okay, and then he came down, and the thing is, the person that was right next to me too, I did not know who it was. I didn't even know who it was, you know. I did not know who it was. I can't remember their face, to be quite honest with you guys, because I didn't see them. Like I saw their face, but I don't know who that was. I didn't know who that was, but I knew the Percy Jackson person. I'm like Percy Jackson, came in, like flew around, came in where I was at, and then with the other guy too. And then we were just talking and shit like that. I think, and that was pretty much it, you know. So not, I didn't have to go more deep into it, obviously, because I just mentioned the whole Bobby Hemmett stuff. So that's really it, guys. That's really it. Um, yeah, yeah, that's really it. That's yeah. I have nothing else to say. It was quite an experience. I never knew that I was going to even meet Bobby. Um, Bobby who? No, if you're a wrestling fan, you deserve a cookie. If you know that. But yeah, I was just in shock. I told my friend about this, and I'm over here like I saw Bobby Hemmett in my dream. Holy shit. You know, and then I told my friend too, like I've seen you in my dream like a few times. I know you see me in your dreams sometimes too. And I've seen Remedy H in my dream from what I can remember like twice. I probably had more dreams of seeing that guy so many times. But I just remember like twice of me meeting him and shit like that. Well, seeing him and shit like that. Yeah, that's really it. That's what I told my friend, and my friend was like, "Wow, you know, um, it's just something that it's a you know." When I told him that, he literally pointed out, I'm like, "This is how we know that we're in tune." A lot of brothers and sisters, um, or like they're like we're going to places that brothers and sisters want to show themselves to us, basically, you know. Um, Mainly because they're going to come back. You know, even if they're not in this world or not, we're going to see them again anyways. You know, there's so many different types of worlds and dimensions out there to the point that it's all going to clash into this world. You know, that's why in the movie, what's it called, Avengers Endgame, when all those portals open up and you have so many superheroes coming out, that is what's going to happen. You know, I mean, technically, it's already happening right now with all the stuff that's happening. You know, if you've been paying attention, you know, they even pointed out that if there was an alien invasion, what's the safest place you could be in? And they mentioned Massachusetts, and I live in Massachusetts, but I'm over here like this is going to happen all over the world. You know, and a lot of people point out too, saying that how do you not know that they're saying that and it's a lie? And it's like exactly. But I know deep down this is happening all over the world. All right. Like I don't know why these stupid piece of shit beings go like, oh yeah, it's not gonna happen here. It's not gonna happen. It's safe zones are here. Safe zones are here. Safe zones are there. You're not gonna be safe nowhere. You're not gonna be safe nowhere. The energy, Mama Cosmos slash TMI, and us, we're gonna find you. We're gonna find you. We're gonna find you guys. We don't like seriously. Where you gonna hide? Oh, I'm gonna hide underground. Yeah, and then Tima's gonna flood your ass, idiot. Seriously, man. Seriously. So I'll see you guys later. Seriously, all right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Know thyself. Getting get more in tune and all that stuff. And also take care of your kids. Seriously, Take care of your kids. Take care of your children and stuff like that too. Seriously, all right? Because because I saw a video not that long ago that these people were trying to push little kids being like trannies and shit like that, right? And even even the newscasters, these were orcs, literally telling a fucking trans person that, hey, um, you want little kids to do all of this, and they're not even fully grown and all this and all this stuff, and the person's literally telling them, give me a good reason why, and the person's just tiptoeing around it and going like, well, you know, and the guy that's hosting it, he's like, I'm gonna have to agree with the ladies because this is unethical and really fucked up, basically, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, and I could see, and I saw the comments, and the comments are literally just saying, protect your kids, and all this shit. Fuck these people, fuck these demons, and shit like that. You know, seriously. Um, and then the thing is, a casual person that doesn't know what's going on will literally be like, "Oh, so you think all trannies are demons and all this shit?" I'm gonna look at you like, bro, like if I took like look at the fucking goddamn video, and that's all I need to fucking say. All right, you know, like, calm the fuck down when you want to get into your little fucking emotions because you want to live in a world that's unbalanced. You know, but what do I fucking know, right? No one cannot interfere with my. No one cannot interfere in my life. Oh, no one should not interfere in people's lives if they're not doing anything. This is what some of our brothers and sisters are saying. Not all of them, but some of them, because I hang out with them sometimes, and I'm over here like I'm shake my head sometimes. I'm like, why do I even bother? You know, I even tell my friend too that you know, you try to tell people some stuff, and they just want to tiptoe around it and be like, oh, that's just your opinion. You just listen to other YouTubers and shit like that. Like, I've told people plenty of times, I'm like, I've met my people, but they're only on the internet. And then when I hear what some of my brothers and sisters are saying, I'm all like, yo, yes, finally I found my people. Because I'm over here like, where the fuck all of you motherfuckers? Because I'm surrounded by no one that doesn't want to do anything, bro. No one doesn't want to grow. No one doesn't want to build. Because if you ask them, they'll be like, oh, I don't have time for that shit. Oh, you can use those things to build something. Oh, I need that for something. But you never use it, don't you? You see? Excuses. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Oh, I forgot what you told me with that. What was that thing you told me? Same thing with Remedy H pointed out. When he said that in one of his videos, I'm literally that shit resonated with me so much because I'm just like, bro, I'm because I went through the same freaking crap. It's BS. It's BS. We shouldn't be going through this, man. We shouldn't be going through this. You know? And there's still so many people out here being like, oh, we can't stop these pedophiles. We can't stop the government. So who are you waiting for for it all to fall down? And so many people out here saying that, oh, I don't want it to fall. No, it's going to fall. It's America is built on a foundation with slaughtering natives, not Native Americans, Native people that were born in this land and have the blood of the planet and the cosmos. Look at your veins, all right? If your veins are green, you're part of nature. But you try to tell some brothers and sisters out, they'll be like, no, they're blue, they're blue. Well, it looks blue to me. Oh well, then I guess you're not part of nature then. You know? And then they find it disrespectful. That's not my freaking fault. You want to be part of these freaking beings. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I've said this before to my friend on the internet before. I'm like, all I see when people act this way, all I see them as filth, like pedophiles. Yep. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry that you having gone to the conclusion of what's happening to this planet, and we're in 2025. I can understand maybe in 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16. I can understand maybe in 2019, probably. But in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, you mean to tell me you couldn't figure this all out? I figured this out when I figured this out in 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Because I woke up. I basically woke up, awakened myself in 2012. Remember when they say that, oh, the world's going to die in 2012? In a way, it did, because people were starting to wake up, and the system that was around was dying. And still to this day, some people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And still to this day, people are just like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Or you can't say anything. And when people want to treat their children literally disrespectful, not even disrespectful, you're not even telling your child what's up around here. Oh, I want to nurture them and protect them. Protect them from what? You're not protecting them by telling them what's out here. That's not a parent. But you are afraid for someone to tell their own kids what's up with the planet or what's up with the government, and then you're afraid that hey, that another kid, that your kid, their kid, would tell your kid, and then all of a sudden they would tell you about it. You're afraid of that. You are afraid of that. You are afraid of it because you have no answers. You have no answers. You're going to tell the kid to shut the fuck up, aren't you? You're going to tell the kid to shut the fuck up. The universe sees that. I hope you know that. Mama Tiamat sees that. And you're going to get that karma. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You're going to get that karma. Full force. And this is why your kids are going to be taken away from you. Not by these wicked beings, but by higher forces, our own freaking family members. So we can teach them what's up and what needs to be done. And then when they come back to their parents, they're going to look at them and be like, I learned so much. I can build in all of this stuff, and you still can't do crap. Years ago, there was a sister that had a dream that All-Star Family was taking away these children. Why? Because the parents were not doing nothing right. The parents were being stupid and acting like, oh, I am protecting my child. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, I just want them to be a kid for a little longer and stuff like that. Or live their kid life. Okay, that's fine. They can live that kid life. But you mean to tell me you're not going to tell them what's up around here? What the hell's wrong with you? Guys, you're not trusting your kid. You're not like, where's the trust? Where's the boundaries? Basically, the reason your kid is being so disrespectful to you is because you haven't literally told them how the world is, and the only person that's telling them how the world is literally the school system, and telling them that if you have any type of afro in you, you are a piece of shit. Basically, if you can harness the sun's light, you are a piece of shit. Basically. And then you find these kids being disrespectful to their parents, and then you wonder why they're being so disrespectful. Because you put them in the system that's brainwashing them to disrespect you because they don't know anything. They're being taught by the enemy. And you don't want to homeschool your kid. You don't want to do anything. Or homeschooling, oh, that's expensive. You mean to tell me you can't teach it? This is why Trump, I don't care about the motherfucker. I'm saying that right now. But so many people will still put whatever they fucking want because they're fucking idiots, even when I freaking mention this shit. This is why Trump defunded the school shit and literally said it. Now it's your job to teach your kid. When I saw that stuff, I'm like, fucking finally, there's something here to literally force everybody to literally teach their kid. What's going to happen when there's only 2 students in the schools? You know? They're gonna defund the freaking police station. I was gonna say soon, but they're probably doing that already. This whole thing was about Bobby Hammond and stuff like that, my dream, but I went on other stuff. So maybe I should just put like just talking and shit like that. But because I don't want to mislead anyone with the title, so I'm just gonna put just talking, you know. So even though I had a really good title, I was just gonna put Had a Dream About Bobby Hammett plus more, but I'm not gonna do that. I mean, if you guys want me to, I'll change the title, but I'm not gonna do that because I feel like I already wasted more time talking about what I'm saying than the Bobby Hammett stuff, you know. So I'll just put the just talking and shit like that. So, but seriously, guys, man, seriously. And then when you want to show your siblings all of this stuff, you know, your family members all this stuff, they don't want to see it because the reason they don't want to see is because they are forced to see how much they failed, and how much they were being brainwashed from society, from the corruption of this world, how much they were brainwashed. And they don't want to admit that to themselves. They don't want to sit down their kid and tell them that I have failed as a parent to protect you, and I thought I was protecting you, but I wasn't. You can't do that as a parent. You can't do that as a parent. You don't have the balls to do that as a parent. And I'm not a parent, I'm an uncle, but you don't have the balls to do that, right? And most people are like, oh, have you ever tried to, you know, this and that? I'm like, yeah, I have. But but again, you have your siblings and you know other family members that they marry and shit like that being offended about it, and they'd be like, oh, you're the uncle and I'm the parent and shit like that. You know how that shit is. Oh, you can't say that to them and shit like that. I'm like, well, they gave me they wanted them to know. I gave them an answer. And why is that so hard for you? You sorry that your daughter or your sorry that your daughter or son came to me to ask me some questions and I gave them the right answer and you were disrespectful from it. Now they respect me more and they hate you more. Be that parent. Be that guardian, but you don't want to be. That is why your kids are going to be taken away from you by our star family. They will. They will grab them, and they're going to teach them their ways of how to build, how to and a lot of knowledge, you know, so they can break all of this literally. All right, I'm sorry about that, guys. Seriously. Um, yeah, I'm in a hotel mainly because and no, oh look, he's in a fancy hotel. He must be rich. No, I'm in a hotel because stupid people from upstairs where I live at decided to cause a fire. All right, seriously. You can look back at my old channels. I mean, my old you. I don't. That's the thing, man. My old YouTube channel is gone, and I could have said that. Look back at my old videos because this has been like a thing sometimes. You know, I'm not gonna hope too much about it. Obviously, you know, it wasn't my fault. It was just stupid fucking people's fault. You know. You know. And yes, there were sisters. Yeah, they were all sisters doing stupid stuff, you know, and the mother was disrespecting her own daughter, hitting her and all that stuff, you know. We try to tell the people in the, you know, was it everyone told everyone in that building has told the people that own the building that they're being disrespectful and all that and they're too loud, basically. And yet they don't, and then yet they get a pass. Yet they get a pass. Yet they get a pass, right? And they literally caused a fire. Seriously. And guess what? Those people are in this hotel room. Not in this hotel room, but in this hotel. Seriously. Maybe not all of them, but I've seen some of them, like two. And I'm over here like, why you guys are doing here? Oh, they're probably protecting you more. You know, that's why I pointed out a long time ago. I won't be surprised if those fucking people are part of those people's family members that I need to pay rent to. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised because there's no reason that you are here and I'm here when you literally caused a fire because you were being dumb. Seriously. And now everybody has to work and fix it, and then the people that own that building has to put their money out to do it. You know? Yeah, I know it's not a major thing, obviously, but when I point this stuff out, it kind of makes you think like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, man? What the hell is wrong with these people? There's no reason for this. There's no reason for none of this to happen. You know? But it's bullshit people doing bullshit things. You know? So, all right, guys. I don't want to waste too much of your time here. I'm 30 minutes in already. So, all right. Again, I'll see you guys. Take care. Be safe. Seriously. Take care of your children. Seriously. Um. And take care of your families too. And I know there's people out here that some family members do some stupid shit and everything like that. So all I have to say with that is that sooner or later they're going to get their karma too. Right? And it's true what some people say. Some of the people that we think are family members are not our family members. You know, and when you tell your family this, they look at you and be disrespectful and think that you are disrespectful. And I'm like, when you're like, you don't understand how the spiritual world is then, you know? And all these people that you talk about, like your family members or your friends, they get scared. They get scared of the spiritual world for some freaking reason. Why are you scared of the dead world? But you want to be part of this hellish war that's here. Not to say we can't, not to say we can't fix it and take this planet back. We will. We will. Trust me, we will. And when we do, a lot of brothers and sisters out here are going to be crying like a little bi. You know why? Because they love this system so much. They love the money. They love the neglectfulness, and they love being brainwashed. They love it. They love it. They literally do. They love it. They love religion. They love all these shitty products and shitty foods. You know, they love all of this stuff, and they don't want to get rid of it. Well, guess what? If when this shit goes down and you still don't want to get rid of all of that, then you're gonna go to the fire pits of where these motherfucking pedophiles are gonna go to. All right, you're gonna go to the abyss of Lake of Fire, basically. That's where you're gonna go. That's where you're gonna go. Because if you're gonna be scared when this shit goes down, I guarantee you're gonna be swallowed up by these reptilians because they are hungry and they're gonna eat you alive. All right, they will eat you alive. They're like a Komodo dragon. They will eat you while you're watching them eating you. All right, think about that for a minute. All right, think about that. What do you think they make all these zombies movies for? You think these zombie movies are just for something? No, no. You think these zombie movies are just about there was something that people want. I mean, these are the things that they want to do to make like a zombie invasion. No, man. Zombies have been here for a long time. They just called reptilians. There's different form of reptilians, obviously. You got your orcs, you got your Asians, different types of orc. There's different types of reptilians here, and they're all zombies. They're all zombies. All of them are all zombies. You can't tell me they're not zombies when they literally trying to make a freaking code. Yes, yesterday they made it snow here yesterday, and guess what? The snow melted by the time it hit 12 o'clock, and they made it rain too, but that didn't do anything either. Excuse me. I didn't even spend like an hour meditating and doing all the putting my power in the atmosphere. I spent like probably like 2 or 3 minutes doing it, and then all of a sudden it changed yesterday. And look how it is now. It's bright. Yes, there's freaking clouds because these motherfuckers. Um, but you can always extinguish that anyways. You know, not that long ago I was outside. Um, and the sun was coming out too. 'Cause I always mentioned this before too, that every time I go outside or anything like that, the sun just comes out and it says hello to me, and I'm like, hey man, what's up? What's up, son? you know. So Um, oh yeah, so not that long ago, I was just walking down the street, and a sister was passing by too. She was with an orc, but I told you guys that not that long ago I went to the mall and I see a brother and a sister hanging out with two Asian chicks. I just shake my fucking head like, and they were right, and the Asian people were like in the back of them, like tailing them and shit like that. But let me go back to what I was saying. So me and my so both of us were just passing through, right? And the sun just shined it on us. It was bright, 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 bright on us. And I'm over here looking up, and I'm like, this sister hasn't noticed that how the sun just expanded because both of us were just together like that. Like that's what I'm saying, man. When stuff like this happens, we know that we have the power. You know, but a lot of people don't want to think about this. A lot of people feel like they don't have the power. Seriously, what, you have a power because you work with the cops, or you work with the government, or you work with was it a high end job, basically like wrestling or some shit like that, or even a secretary or something like that, or a businessman. You know, all of these are gonna like all of these don't matter when you're 6 feet under. Is that gonna be taken with you? No, no. Or we're going to give you a poppy funeral because you were a military, or an officer. It's like, come on. Yeah, they're going to give you the whole shebang because you kissed their ass and joined their system. But you never grew, you never build, and you're still wondering what is my purpose in life. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense, man. It makes no sense. Does that make sense? To me, it doesn't make sense. I mean, you tell me how it makes sense. But I guarantee you, the way you're going to make sense of it is literally dumb. Why? Because you putting your sense in a system that brainwashed you. You haven't gotten out in that mindset. You know, you need to get out of that mindset, or else how are you going to grow? How are you going to live, basically? You know, how are you going to know thyself? How are you going to know how are you going to know that you need to protect your family, basically? And yes, I've said this before. When shit goes down, I won't be here. My friends and family will never see me again. All right, but I don't like. I know some people might find that rude and disrespectful and shit like that. I don't care. I don't care because at the same time, I have my own stall family that actually wants to see me. To be quite honest with you, seriously. And then people like to act like, oh, I thought you were supposed to protect your family and shit like that. Oh, I have means to protect my family, but I don't tell nobody that because it's none of their freaking business. You know, not that long ago, my sister was like, you don't tell me shit anymore. You used to tell me shit. You don't tell me shit anymore. And I was just like, there you go. Because I don't tell shit about anybody anymore. I just, why? Why? It's like, shut up. It's like, freaking dog. It's not even my dog. It's my mom's dog. And I told her to get rid of it. But that's another story for another day. Yeah, get rid of it. Not get rid of him or her. Get rid of it. Um, but it's just, this is just a pain. Not a pain. It's just people don't want to grow mainly because they feel comfortable. And I've told people before, don't get comfortable. That's when nature kicks your ass to the point that you need to fucking move. Like move. Do something. You know? Your higher self would do the same thing. Okay? Yes, you can protect your land, your home, and all that stuff, obviously. But you can't be comfortable. That's just me. Every time I try to get comfortable, something massive happens. All right? Oh, you see that? You see that? Telling you, man, the ancestors are here, baby. They're here. The ancestors are here. Every time, good thing I'm making videos now. Because I remember back in the day when I used to make videos, there was used to be orbs flying around and stuff like that. You know, I'm sure I've noticed it. I'm sure that in some of my videos I haven't noticed it, but other people have. But I'm noticing here because it is bright and I'm seeing it right here. You know. Um, but again, that's it, guys. I think I've been saying that's it for like 5 or 3 times here. I mean, 5 or 7 times here. But what else could I even say? What else could I say that I haven't even said? To be quite honest with you, because there's so many stuff that I do want to say, and again, there's so many things I do want to say. Um, but again, going back to the family stuff, I have plush monsters, and I told each of the, and I looked at all my plush monsters, you know, in the astrogam in my dreams, being like, this is where you're gonna go to. This is the person you're gonna go to, and this and that. Whoever you think you should go to, you should go to. Of one of my, you know, for my family members or friends, you know. So they'll be fine and protected. All right. There's other shit that I need to do. All right. I don't want to spend time protecting people that don't know what the fuck is going on. All right. And waste my time with that when I can waste my time knowing thyself and protecting things I should protect. Protect what matters. All right. That's why I don't tell. Again, going back. That's why I don't tell anybody anything, man. Seriously. Like I don't tell anybody anything anymore, man. The only person I talk to is Remy. Shout out to you, bro. I hope I'm saying your name right. Terrible with names, like I said. But like seriously, he's shout out to you, bro. But you are like the only one in the whole state that I haven't found anyone that's like you, bro. I haven't found sisters that are like this where I live at. You know how that is, man. You know how that is? I know we're not alone and shit like that. Obviously, there's brothers and sisters out here that are waking up and shit like that. But bro, like call a spade a spade. You know, like when you are here and you see brothers and sisters around the world waking up and shit like that, but in your area, your neck of the woods, you don't see no one. You see everyone doing the mundane shit and not try to do anything. Any brothers and sisters that are watching this video, if you live in Massachusetts, Whole Lake, Massachusetts, let me know so we can freaking build shit. All right? Seriously. And if I don't get any messages by 5 or 3 days, then you know what? There's no one where I live at that can do this with me. You know, and I'm all alone here doing it. Seriously. Which I don't mind. You know, I have an army, to be honest, with in the back of me. All right? Plush monsters, my Astro wives, I barely talk about them because why? Why? It's none of your fucking goddamn business. You know. Um. What is it? And my Neptunian children. All right. I have an army. Huh, we have an army. We have a hawk. But still, all right. We have a whole and the cosmic family too, bro. We have legions of beings and creatures that are ready for us to fight and ready for them to fight. Have you ever passed through um, an unnatural being, and then you get this thing in your head of like do something to them, and then you automatically in your head you're like, why did I thought about that? Like, no, like it came through your head to the point you're like, whoa, holy shit! Like the reason it's like that is because Mother Nature's preparing you to fight. I've said this before, and I said it again to my friend that if brothers and sisters don't want to activate to like fight these beings and take them out, then Mother Nature's going to, you know. And I felt that. I felt that when I was walking in the mall and I was looking at on these, and I was looking at these unnatural beings. Tiamat was just like seriously. And I'm only here like laughing, not at her. I'm only here laughing because I know that brothers and sisters out here are going to get basically possessed, quote unquote, by Tiamat, by Mother Kai, by Mama Planet, to take out these wicked beings, to take anything that's unnatural that's not supposed to be here. All right. I don't know why some brothers and sisters cannot understand this. They think it's unfair. I don't know why they think it's unfair. And some of them still think that, oh, you can't interfere with people's lives like that. The hell's wrong with you? These are all invaders, but you don't think they're invaders because you want to be friends with them so much. You think they're good. You think, oh, they're good people. They're good people. Meanwhile, they're preparing for your demise. Meanwhile, in the background, they call you fucking nigger. Look at these niggers. You know? Yeah, because if they said it in front of us, we start beating their fucking ass. I don't care if you're a cop or not. You don't say that in front of us. All right? Seriously, you have a problem with it? You have a problem with it? Then come to me, and I guarantee you, before you come to me, literally an earthquake would swallow you whole. You know that little sand, you know that sandworm that you saw in Dune? That would be Tiamat swallowing you whole. Oh, I love those movies, man. It resonates with me so freaking much, bro. If you haven't watched those Dune movies, watch them. Watch them. Seriously. I only serve one God. I know I said that one video, but that scene, man, you cannot convince me that wasn't hype right there. You couldn't convince me that that wasn't really freaking badass and cool and be like you want to stand up in a movie theater and be like, that is the best spiritual enlightenment shit that I have ever fucking seen. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious, man. You know? And the thing is, the Doom series, I haven't read the books, but I heard that the well, I've been watching some stuff with Doom, like the original movie, the remake, and the TV series, and it's all spiritual stuff. It really is. It's all spiritual stuff. Even the creator himself literally said that this is spiritual, and the books came out in the '60s. You know, and without that book, we wouldn't gotten Star Wars and other stuff. You know, obviously there was another book that inspired Dune and Star Wars also that was called John Carter or the Princess of Mars. There was that. Without that book, which is our book, which is about us, seriously, that you wouldn't have all these types of forms of media of Star Wars, the Marvel stuff. Kind of like that book inspired freaking Wonder Woman. You mean to tell me you're gonna look at that cover of Princess of Mars? You're not gonna look at that and be like, that's what our sisters used to dress as. Point blank and simple. And when you tell some people that, they want to get offended by it. Why? So what? You saying that our sisters can't look sexy like that again? You think it's disrespectful? You think it's downgrading? No, it's not. No, it's not. But you think that way because you want to get offended. Because apparently you hate yourself. You hate yourself. You hate your body. You know. I see so many brothers and sisters out here that want to talk to, somebody, to be with, to love and all that stuff. To be with somebody to be with them forever and stuff like that. Have a family and shit. Like I get that. You want to mate and everything like that. I get that. I get that. But if you're spending all that time wanting to do that, wanting to fuck basically, but you're not learning who you are. You're only doing that is because you're lonely inside. The to the way to get rid of that loneliness is to go deep within. And if you can't do that, then you're going to be always lonely and always searching for something like money, items, and people. You know, it's just it's not mind sound basically. It's not good. It's not good. You know, people get really lonely out here, and they wanna. It's like seriously, they want to what's it called? They want what's it called, man? Because I heard this in the bus, and these two orc ladies were talking. They were like speaking loud and stuff like that. And the orc lady was just like, I just want to be with somebody. I just want to be with somebody. And the lady was just like, don't settle for less. You gotta love yourself. Don't settle for less. Exactly though. These two orc women that are druggies, because they were, Oh, how do you know they were druggies? Um, I don't know. One of them actually saying they live in a tent. That probably brings a lot. Oh, you were just listening in their conversation? They were speaking loud on the bus. Everyone could hear them. You know those people if you take the bus. Come on, guys. Don't be this dumb. I hate. No, no. I, most people are like, don't say hate. Well, I mean, wasn't there a Bobby Hemmett video that said that hate was good? I can find that shit up right now. You can find it too. I bet you will find it. I remember looking at a video about that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead. Correct me if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, what do I have to say? Can't say anything. But going back to what I said, I literally dislike when people be like, I really do dislike when you're pointing out something to people and they want to block it so freaking bad. They want to block it so, so bad. Either because they don't want to see it or they don't care to see it. Or just don't see it. No, you just don't care to see it. You don't want to see it. And then they want to get offended by it. And I'm over here like, don't get offended just because you don't want to see shit. Don't get offended just because you don't want to see what's happening with the world. You don't want to face the facts that you have to man the fuck up and woman up and fight. Literally years ago, was it called? Is it Ted Turner? No, no, not Ted Turner. Sorry, that's some other shit. Remember that guy um that was that rebelled against these orcs and started slaughtering them and everything like that, and all the brothers and sisters was joining him too. I forgot his name right now. I know Serious Temple made a video about it. I know that, but when I told my friend that when we were just this was like years ago, when I told my friend that we were just walking out in the neighborhood, and I told him that he got so upset and so protective of these orcs, bro. He looked at me from head to toe. He's like, "How dare you? Like, do you like?" I looked at him, and I'm like, I looked at him. He looked at me from head to toe, and I looked at him from head to toe too. I'm like, then you can't do what you need to do. You're gonna get slaughtered here, bro. And you can't do your job of protecting the planet. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Seriously, because the people that refuse to protect this planet are gonna die with these wicked beings. I've said this 1,000 times. I even said it in this video 1,000 times. It's not rocket science, man. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. The planet is literally preparing us spiritually, mentally, and physically. And I know that because every time I see these orcs outside, trigger happens. Trigger happens. Trigger happens. So I can just imagine how other brothers and sisters feel when they see these beings. And they get triggered and they wonder, why do I feel this way? Am I a bad person? You know? No, you're not a bad person. You're just waking up. And TMI is literally trying to wake you up. And if you're not gonna be fully awakened, she's just gonna freaking put herself inside of you, basically. She's gonna put herself in that vessel that you have and literally just make you go what it is. Or she would just wake you up and give you all those memories of what happened. But in my opinion, I still think that she's just gonna what we call quote unquote possess. But I'm not even gonna say possess. She's just gonna wake you up to the point that you have to do something, you know. But then these motherfuckers are gonna say that, oh, it's possession and shit like that. These people are possessed. Meanwhile, their own kind is literally um um killing themselves and all that shit. You know, there's people are pointing out that birds are not even flying. And like you see some of them, but no birds are flying in the sky. Even when I was walking to my neighborhood yesterday, I saw the birds on lane lines. I mean, not lane lines, street poles and shit like that. You know, um, and they were barely flying. Pay attention to pay attention to the birds. Pay attention to nature. Pay attention to what's happening here, man. And he's still chopping these trees down and these bushes down. Come on, guys. We gotta do our job here. We got to do our job. Are you doing that job? Yes, I am. Stupid people, man. Seriously. When you tell them that they need to do their job, automatically they look at you and they be like, "Oh, you're not doing this and that." I'm like, you only say that because you barely see me. You only say that because I barely tell you shit. You know, I barely know you anymore. Good. You know, seriously. Like I don't know what to say, bro. So sometimes, man, when you look at your brothers and sisters and they act this way, and you just look at them like, "Are you good? Are you good? Are you good?" You know. And then you show like some of your family members of like the UFOs and stuff like that, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, oh god!" Like seriously, they act like they about to like get raped or something by hostile family or some shit. I'm dead serious. The, like so many of our brothers and sisters here are so fucking scared of other beings coming here. Don't worry though, you'll be fine and ready for it, and you get used to it. These other beings, they won't. They won't, because they know their time is up, and they know that it's time for revenge. It's time for revenge. It's time for karma, and it's time to take our planet back. All right, all right. It all is happening this year. Okay, no ifs, ands, or buts. Shout out to Sema. Seriously, look at his videos. I can't do justice on some of the stuff that he does because he's good. Seriously, right? So I'll see you guys later. If you're new, subscribe. If you're new, if you liked this video, and if you still liked the video, you can like it if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't care. You know, you can share this video too, but if you don't want to, I don't care either. You know, I just sending some messages out here, something I really want to talk about here because this is like, guys, when like I told my friend this before too. When is it gonna take for all people to literally freaking do something? You know, and then when we do something, automatically they want to snitch, they want to bitch, and tell us that it's not right, and then they're going to be part of these officers, these military people, and then when they go on the battlefield to fight us, they're going to see their dead relatives and they're going to be in shock. Oh my god, my mom's there. Yeah, your mom's there. Are you going to shoot her, or are you going to be a part what she's doing? For example, you know, if you saw your own dead relative and they're fighting in the military, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You have a decision to make. Either you're going to be that brainwashed or that gullible, or you're just going to say that's Project Bluebeam. Is that what you're going to do? Me and my friend discussed this shit too, and we're tired and sick of hearing that bull crap. Have you noticed that people barely talk about that now? You know, I wonder why barely people talk about that now. Oh, it's because it's actually true. That's why they're not having talked about it yet. Really, really. I think they're not talking about it. I think no one's not talking about it because it's actually bullshit. All right. Oh, but you don't know about the technology that they have. You don't know. You don't know. The technology they have is so fast superior than ours. I'm a piece of shit. Oh, I have to laugh. I'm the sacred clown, baby. I'm the skull clown. I am the sacred clown, the skull clown. I am the Heyonka Bone Naga Kai Meta. All right, and no one is not going to tell me any differently when I can see through this shit until I get other confirmation otherwise, especially for Mama. Then guess what? It's bullshit with that Project Boob and crap. All right, you hear it all the freaking time. All I hear is trying to put fear in our freaking subconscious and mind. Go screw yourself. Go screw yourself. I am dead serious. If it's trying to put fear in you, it's bullshit. All right? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Oh, so what are you saying? When they talk about these UFOs and I'm scared of them and shit like that, you think that's bullshit? Yes, it's bullshit because they're your star family. Their time is up and our time is now. That John Cena song. You can't see me, my time is now. It's true, man. All time is now and their time is up. Okay? And it's kind of funny too that if you watch wrestling, John Cena is retiring and it literally says the last time is now. See, just like when one of the videos that I put in my main channel, a brother, I think he was a brother, he literally said, I mean, he looked like a brother, but I don't know if he was a brother, but he did said that if you want to know how the world works, watch wrestling. Wrestling is a reflection of the world. If you want to know how the world is, watch wrestling. And I'm like, saying, isn't it so? I've been saying that for years, but people think that I'm fucking that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, I didn't say you were stupid. Yeah, okay. Like, okay, boo boo. You know, like you don't even have to say that, man. Just because you didn't have words that you said that doesn't mean your actions or your demeanor or your face demeanor or your yeah didn't say that. You know, we've all know that. We've all seen brothers and sisters around here that look at us and be like, yeah, this is a stupid guy right here. This guy is crazy. The most people that are called crazy around here are gonna be freaking kings or queens. Seriously. And a lot of brothers and sisters out here that see their relatives knowing who they are and knowing thyself and protecting the world and their people, they're gonna see that and feel so butthurt. Some of them, and some of them might even shut up because they see the truth and they're gonna shut up. They basically got their ass kicked by the truth and by mama. You know, like you denied the truth so much to the point now it's smacking your ass and there's no escape from it. I love it. I love it because that time is already here. That time is already here, guys. We're in April. We're in April right now. All right. Soon it's gonna be freaking May. Come on, guys. This shit's done. It's done. It's over. And we need to bring this shit to an end. All right. No one's not gonna come down here and save us. No one's gonna come down here and give us freaking fucking a pat on the back of being like, okay, let's go and let's do this. No, we need to do it ourselves. We need to go out there and start doing shit. Oh, you're promoting violence. You're promoting hatred. You're promoting this and that. No, I'm actually talking about why our people are going through this and we need to freaking shut it down. but all of you guys don't want to. Not all of you guys. I can't say that, but some of you guys don't want to. You don't want to shut any of this down. Oh, it can't all fall. It can't all fall. Yeah. Um. Say that to other civilizations that are not here anymore. You selfish prick. We have lost everything, and you want to say that? Of course you want to say that. Of course you want to say that because you don't want to build a freaking skyscraper pyramid or a small pyramid to put somewhere to destroy shit. You don't want to do that, or you don't want to think in your own mind that you could destroy shit just by thought. You can literally destroy something. And then the thing is, some brothers and sisters out here, they do understand vibration and shit, but they don't understand other things. So when you do tell them that about, oh, I just thought of this and it's happening, they look at you and be like, what did you do? What did you do? And I'm over here like, what do you mean what I did? See, you understand vibration, but you don't want to use the vibration to your advantage, even though these animals do. Oh, I'm not an animal. You well, to be honest, if you're not thinking part of nature, then you are an animal because you're not thinking a part of nature. And these animals, what we call animals, are not animals. They're literally people. They are literally people. You could disagree with me all you want, but these animals are people. All right? Look at a lion's eyes. Look at a hippo's eyes. Look at a freaking crocodile's eyes. These are people. Right? Well, but their brain and all that. Yeah, everyone has different types of brain structures, but they're still people. You know? Don't be surprised that some of these animals, when shit goes down, don't be surprised if a crocodile just sits right up and then all of a sudden walks on two legs and gets a bigger brain. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if a hippopotamus does that same thing too, or a horse. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. There's so many things that are going to happen around here that you guys cannot fathom. People are looking at videos of trees moving and they'll be like, oh, that's just somebody. Really? Really? That's somebody? Must be a big motherfucker to lift up a tree and move it 5 feet. Again, so ignorant, so dumb. They don't understand the reality that we're living here. They don't understand that this planet is freaking Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy. They don't understand that shit. Kingdom Hearts. My game, the TheSkullKlown versus Kingdom of Kazu. They don't know that we live in a freaking fantasy world, in a fantasy cosmic realm. And the fantasy is this bullshit that these motherfuckers try to push us. The fantasy that they put as fantasy, like Final Fantasy, is 100% real. 100% real. I remember years ago talking about this stuff, and people were just like, "Oh, you got to take some pills. You look like a freak. You need a straight jacket." Of course. Let me tell you one little thing before I shut this video off. I used to take ADHD pills, and I barely remember my childhood. I get that should say a lot.